Okay, it's 6:05. I've started walking, which is nice because a couple of the past few mornings, this is when I've been starting to wake up. So I feel a little better about myself. Starting to walk now, and I'm gonna get to Sierra City today, which is about 22 and a half, 23, something like that. But I'm excited to be there. I'm going to try to get a bed at the hotel, but we'll see what's open. And regardless, I'll get all my chores done. Empty coolers always feel like such a letdown. You get so excited when you see the cooler, only for it to just be trash inside. Walking through an area where all the trees are cut down, which could be for fire management or something. I don't know. It's a little ugly, but whatever needs to be done, I guess. I've got, I think, 4 miles until I plan to stop for lunch. Total, I've got about 8.5 into Sierra City. And I think I'm going to stay the night there tonight. It's like high 80s today and the next handful of days, which is a bit warm. It's not terrible, but it's like, it's getting up there. So I'm hoping for some reprieve from that. Alright, I'm doing a bit of a gravel dirt road walk into Sierra City. Should only be about 2.5 miles. Definitely though, with this road walk, feeling the heat more. It's obviously exposed. So I'll be happy when I get into town. But it's been a good day in general. I feel like the terrain was relatively easy. It was a lot of downhill because we've gone from, I think I was camped around 8,000 feet of elevation, and Sierra City's at like 4.5 or something. So we've really just been going down for most of the day, and like a few small uphills, but they were not bad. So I don't know, that's kind of my update. I'm feeling good. It's like 1 p.m, so I'm getting into town at like a pretty reasonable hour. I'm hoping that there is a bed still open at the cheapest place, which is like it's like PCT, hiker and biker or whatever, but I think it's called like the Old Sierra Hotel. I don't know. But I'm hoping I can get a bunk there for $50. See, it feels so funny. One of the differences between the AT and the PCT is like on the AT, when a hostel bunk cost $50, which sometimes they did once you get up into like New Hampshire and Maine, you'd be like, oh my god, that's outrageous. Like, back down south we were paying $20 for a bunk. Versus here on the PCT, 50s, probably the cheapest you're gonna find for a hostel. I mean, there are a few, especially further south, that were like 35, 40, but it's just funny because in the past I would have kind of scoffed at $50, but now it's like, yep, that sounds about right. So I hope they have a bunk open. If they don't, I don't really know what I'll do. Maybe try to find free or less than legal camping in or near town. We'll see. But yeah, that's my update. Okay, I am in Sierra City at the I think it's Old Sierra Hotel or something. I'm just in a bunk room, but it's nice to like have a bed. It is hot and there's no AC in here, I think, which kind of sucks, but it'll cool off tonight. I got a shower, which was nice. I just did sink laundry because I didn't want to. I think you have to pay extra here. I'm not sure. So I'll like properly do everything when I'm in Quincy. I already did my resupply. It's 3.5 days to Quincy, and I spent $96, which is just how. And I didn't even like. I didn't go overboard. And I had food left over from this stretch too, so it shows you how expensive like some of these mountain towns are. And I was talking to other hikers, and it sounded like everyone spent like around $100 on resupply, which is like kind of crazy for like 3.5 days. But that's okay. Supposedly they do communal dinners here, which I'm hoping will be really nice. I'm gonna get breakfast tomorrow morning, sleep in, even though like, and this is gonna come back to bite me, because it is so hot and it's gonna be the same tomorrow and there's a big climb out of town. Like it's gonna come back to bite me, but I want breakfast at a restaurant and I want to sleep in, so I don't think I care. But yeah, and I'm really glad to have a bunk here because at first when I got to town there was a no vacancy sign on the door and then they like took it down at a certain point, so I don't know what that was about because I rolled in at like 3 p.m. but glad to be here, and so far there's no one else in my room, so we'll see if anyone else shows up, but right now it's just me, so yeah.